जमा ले जा रहे हैं किसी को। एक प्रोटेस्ट है ना ये, पीस वॉक कर रहे हैं। सारे पाकिस्तानी आ गए ना हमारे, तो जहाँ यूज बढ़ जाए, लेकिन वहीं तो धोधम मातम करेंगे नंगे होके। मातम करना नहीं है,
पीसफुल रखना है ना,
हाँ,
ताकि लोग एजुकेशन लें और पता हो।
घोड़े को पता चलता है फिर। अब लड़कियाँ जितनी वॉलंटरी लड़की है ना, खोल देती है, उनको ब्रीफ करती है, उनका बात करती है और लिफलेट देती है।
Azerbai is waving, and Hussein inspired millions.
वो साफ कर लिया ना, ये तो चले नहीं, छोड़ नहीं सकते। उधर भी दो घोड़े हैं यार, घोड़े हैं इसके अंदर। खर्चा बढ़ाया होगा इसका।
अच्छा,
घोड़ों का।
लेकिन है कितना खूबसूरत ना।
हाँ, दो घोड़े उधर भी है ना। तो उसमें रख दिया क्या? उसमें रखा हुआ है?
रख दिया, आगे चल।
इसमें नहीं रखा भी शायद, अब रख दिया इधर ही आ गए, फिर गाड़ी बुक करा लें पहले। तो गाड़ी पे उधर
sacrifice everything. God will fill the earth with justice and equity through the Mahdi alayhi salam. It had been filled with Operation Justice. अस्सलाम वालेकुम, क्या हाल है? खैरियत है? ठीक है, अल्लाह का शुक्र। अब्बू आए?
थोड़ी देर में आएंगे।
अच्छा, 2.5 आवर्स तक तो चलेगा ना ये?
وين؟
Right, there you go.
والله بالمسيرة.
This is one.
تعال والله تعال بسرعة عشان ما شاء الله كلنا
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, क्या हाल है? खैरियत से? ठीक है। Manchester Arbaeen is a peaceful walk protest for Hi, you're right. Yeah, good, thank you. So it's just a walk for Arbaeen, and if you don't have a religion nor fear the day of return, then at least be free in this world, said by Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Always be enemy to the oppressor and helpers to the oppressed. God will fill the earth with justice and equity and throw the Mahdi as it had been filled with oppression and justice. Here we go.
नहीं नहीं इंडोर्समेंट तो वैसे भी नहीं करनी थी, ये तो वैसे इमाम खान के जी मैनचेस्टर
चलेगा ना
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, क्या हाल है? खैरियत है? ठीक है, अल्लाह का शुक्र है।
मुलाकात हुई थी, नमाज में
अमजद भाई, मैंने वो चैनल बनाया है, उसका नाम है रिजवी व्लॉग्स मैनचेस्टर।
माजिद रिजवी
नहीं, रिजवी व्लॉग्स मैनचेस्टर। आपको मैं लिंक भेजूंगा, आपने सब्सक्राइब करना है। अच्छा, आपने किया
बाद में हटा दूं मैं बाद में
हाँ?
लगा तो फर्क तो नहीं पड़ता ना
कहाँ पे?
उस पे मोबाइल पे बता दो
नहीं, सब्सक्राइब रहने
हो जाएगा बस चेक करेंगे।
मैं इंशाल्लाह मैं इंशाल्लाह जा रहा हूँ वहाँ पे इराक ना, तो मैं उसकी भी व्लॉग बनाऊंगा।
कब जा रहे हो?
मैं जा रहा हूँ 6 तारीख को, यहाँ से निकल रहा हूँ। अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
वैसे जी इधर ही एग्जिस्ट हो रहा है।
हाँ बताया था
बल्कि पाकिस्तान के भी उठा के डाल दिया करो, पाकिस्तान से उठे बहुत
जी जी जी, हाँ, देखते हैं लोग।
खासकर जुनून से या मिल
जी जी। आप लोग का लंदन का है या इराक का है? इस दफ़ा लंदन का माशा।
लेकिन थोड़ा नीचे आ गए
आज के ऑर्गेनाइजर
चलें साजिद भाई, अंदर से आता हूँ फिर मैं अंदर से।
Can zone captains hold their zones, please? And zone captains, please sort their zones.
रिजवान में कैसे थी? सॉरी,
We request all the buildings and substations to march so that we
यही तो सही जगह है इमाम हुसैन के लिए खड़े, फिर मसला नहीं।
क्या है तुम तो खुश नसीब हो जा रहे हो।
हमें भी यार
इंशाल्लाह अल्लाह ताला आप सबकी दुआएं कबूल फरमाए।
पहली दफ़ा है यहाँ पे, पहली दफ़ा
यहाँ पे
कैसा अच्छा है?
अच्छा,
आप मिस कर देते मेरी
थैंक यू। लाइफ में है कुछ लोग चलिए लाइफ में। थैंक यू। बस 6 लोग हैं। We are just starting the Arbaeen walk in Manchester, and just with my friend and brother Rizvi.
thank you very much. Inshallah, we will start as usual peacefully and we will finish come back again on Sydney Street and we finish here. As Sayyid Ali said, the Arbaeen is a symbol of love. When the Shias on the lovers of Muhammad, they walk on Arbaeen, they walk with love, but this love is not blind love. When we walk in love of Imam Hussein, we exactly know that who we are walking from and what did he do for us, for the humanity and for everyone. Sayyidina said that this is a very specific phenomenon. It gives, it's a special phenomenon by the Creator. Because any event can be forgotten after maybe a decade.
आप लास्ट टाइम आए थे इधर
The 1400 century after, we are still continuing to remember Hussein. And not just Imam Hussein, but what we are doing today is because of Sayyid Zainab al-Islam. And that's the power of love. And that's why when she said, I saw nothing but beauty, that's the beauty. She saw that what will happen after those 100 years. People will walk in love of the Lord. Inshallah, we will start the things along. We will have a short transition of the Quran, a short speech by the President, and then we will have a short transition.
यार मैं चाह रहा हूँ कि बेचारों के जो ये बोल रहे हैं ना रिकॉर्डिंग वो दिखाऊँ थोड़ी देर के लिए आपको पकड़ा दूँ फेंकिएगा नहीं मैं फेंक दूँगा फेंकना चाह रहे हैं
नहीं अगर कहीं भी मुझे जगह मिले फेंक सकता हूँ या तुम्हें और पीनी है चाय
नहीं नहीं अभी रख लो
Ask me to like go and record, ask me to go, ask me to go.
क्या अल्लाह का शुक्र अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह
कब से आए
मैं थोड़ी देर हुई
हम लोग भी थोड़े शायद लेट हो गए
كشجرة طيبة
Arbaeen walk in Manchester. Arbaeen walk. Huh? 9 years ago, 9 years. Yes. It's a 9th year, 9th. क्यों कॉल इट लूज Arbaeen walk खामोश हो गए
صلى على محمد وآل محمد.
हाँ बस परमिशन की बात परमिशन संजय को
Thank you very much, Brother Mehdi. We will now have a short speech by our MP. Can I just ask one more time, all the brothers who are on the side, if they can join us behind the scholars, that would be really helpful to manage. It will look
भाई आपको कह रहे हैं
and all the sisters who are on the side, payments, if they can join the sisters, that will help. Thank you. Please recite our salawat.
لا صلى الله عليه وسلم.
In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful.
इसको फाइट आप फोल्ड कर दोगे मेरे
All praises due to
फोल्ड करके
Allah.
मुझे दे देना
Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters.
वालेकुम
Ladies
अस्सलाम
and gentlemen, friends and fellow citizens.
वरहमतुल्लाह।
Thank you for gathering here today in Manchester. We come from different faiths, or of no faith, yet together we stand for a common purpose. Today's walk, or the Arbaeen walk, is not just a ritual or a cultural event. It stands for justice, truth and compassion. In a world that desperately needs these values, we walk in solidarity, we walk in memory, and we walk in hope. Even if you have never heard the name of Imam Hussein, you will feel the significance of this moment. If you look around, you can see the diversity here. You can think about the millions that will take a similar journey across the world, across Iraq. And during Arbaeen, we're walking not in protest, but in peace. And each step we take today is in fact humanity's long march towards justice. So we need to pause and think and reflect. Why are we here today? Why are we walking? What legacy do we honor? And what future do we plan to create? To understand the meaning of this walk, we must know the story of Imam Hussein and his life. A story from over 1300 years ago that still inspires millions today. Imam Hussein,
सॉरी
the grandson of the Prophet,
ठीक है जमाल
who
भाई
revealed the Islamic history. In 680 AD, he found himself standing against a tyrant. The ruler of the time, Yazid, had seized power as a caliph and demanded Hussein's allegiance. Yazid's regime was oppressive, it was corrupt. And Imam Hussein faced a fateful choice on that day. He could either stay silent and legitimize the tyranny, or he could speak up and sacrifice everything for truth. He chose the path of principle and conscience. And in 680 AD, on the desert plains of Karbala, Imam Hussein and 72 of his family members, companions, were surrounded by Yazid's army. They were outnumbered, they were cut off from water, they were under the scorching into danger and faced hopeless odds. It was not for power, it was not for personal gain. As Charles Dickens, the famous English novelist, reflected, he said, if Hussein had fought to quench his worldly desires, then I do not understand why his sister, his wife, his children accompanied him. It stands to reason, therefore, that he sacrificed purely for Islam. In other words, Imam Hussein sacrificed anything purely for principle, for faith and for truth, not for any worldly ambition. He chose death with dignity over life and eternity. In that sacrifice, he planted a seed of hope for generations to come. So how do we remember a man like Hussein? For 1400 years, his story has been kept alive in the hearts of the people. One of the most powerful commemorations is Arbaeen, an Arabic word meaning 40. 40 days after the tragedy of Karbala. 40 days after Ashura. Survivors and supporters of Imam Hussein according to his created pilgrimage to pay homage, to pay respect. A simple act of remembrance that is possibly what we know now as a pilgrimage in itself. The largest peaceful march in the world to this day. Yet many people have not heard of this pilgrimage. They do not know the principles and the standard for saying. And that's why we are here today. We're here to talk about his values. And what are those values that we keep mentioning? They stand for justice. Imam Hussein can stand against a tyrant and hold justice, even when standing up and standing alone. His example teaches us that justice is not always won for immediate victory. Sometimes it's upheld through the refusal to submit. And this resonates with the idea that injustice everywhere and anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere today. As Martin Luther King says, if we allow injustice to go unanswered in one place, it endangers justice in every place. And Hussein's standing Karbala was for all people who suffer injustice, not just one group, not just one faith. And today, when we see injustices in the world, Hussein's legacy urges us not to shrug along the way, but to care and to act. He spoke about speaking truth to power. Hussein spoke the truth openly to an oppressive ruler. He said, in effect, I will not legitimize your tyranny, he said to Yazid, whatever it may cost me. This value, speaking truth to power, is essential in the face of wrongdoing. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter. Silence encourages the tormentor, never the tormentor. He valued compassion, he valued love. Even as he prepared for battle and mountain, demonstrated compassion to his own people, even to some of the enemy soldiers who were thirsty in the desert. The ethos of Arbaeen today, where strangers caring for each other on the road, embodies that compassion and resisting tyranny no matter the odds. One of the most inspiring aspects of Imam Hussein's story is that he resisted despite not knowing whether he would win, and knowing that he might not win at all in a conventional sense. It was the principle that mattered. And that teaches us never to judge a cause by the likelihood of the merits of its immediate success. Sometimes you must do what's right even if you stand little chance, just because it's right. Hussein's martyrdom showed that effects of a principled stance can reverberate far beyond one's lifetime. It is a lesson in hope and perseverance. Tyranny may have all the weapons, all the money, all the power, but will never have the final victory if people are willing to stand for the truth. Hussein was killed on that day, but tyranny was defeated in the long run. Because here we are, centuries later, inspired by Hussein and not Yazid. As one poet put, Hussein fell so humanity could rise. And these values, they are not Eastern, they are not Western, they are not Muslim, they are not Christian, they are universal. That is why to this day, people of different creeds look to Imam Hussein as an icon of humanity's fight for justice. Hussein belongs to humanity. And if you're an advocate for human rights, if you stand against war or racism or injustice, you will find a brother in the spirit of Imam Hussein. So today, I'd like you all to reflect. We do not walk merely just to remember a historical event. We walk now because Karbala echoes loudly in our world right now. Karbala was not just a battlefield in the 7th century. It was a confrontation between justice and tyranny, between truth and falsehood, between compassion and cruelty. And it's that same confrontation that is still playing out across the world today. We see it. We see it in the faces of children who sleep under bombs and not blankets. We see it in the eyes of families torn from their homes, where they are crossing borders with nothing but clothes on their back. We see it in the voices that are silenced, not because they were wrong, but because they dared to speak the truth. Across continents, injustice wears many faces, whether it's war, whether it's famine, occupation, inequality, racism, violence, corporate greed. This tools may change. You may see missiles, you may see media, legislation, misinformation, but the outcome is the same. The suffering of the innocent and the silence of the powerful. And in the middle of it all,
the question remains, who will speak? Who will stand? Who will resist? Not with hatred, but with moral clarity. The story of Imam Hussein is not just a memorial to a man who was killed. It is a challenge to all of us to look at the world as it is and ask ourselves, if I cannot stop every injustice, will I still do what I can? Will I do what I can still stop? If I cannot save the world, will I still live like someone who believes it can be saved? And that is the spirit of Karbala. Not of despair, but of defiance. Not of hopelessness, but hope built on action. Because the greatest tragedy is not the oppression that exists, but tragedy is when good people stay silent while it happens. So we walk today, not just in remembrance, but in responsibility. Not just in mourning, but in movement. Not just for what happened then, but for what's happening now. So I'd like you to take a moment, call to sacrifice something. Maybe our comfort, maybe our time, maybe our fear of speaking out. We are called to live by our principles. Imam Hussein's sister, Lady Zainab, who survived Karbala, said in the aftermath of the tragedy, I saw nothing but beauty. How could she say that after witnessing such horror? Because she saw the beauty of sacrifice, the beauty of truth that cannot be defeated by swords. Today, in the midst of darkness in the world, I ask you to see the beauty here. People coming together for good, refusing to be enemies, refusing to accept that might make right. This is the beauty that can save our world. Thank you for listening and walking with us. And may this walk be a light, however small in the darkness. And like many small lights, may it join with others until the darkness of injustice is illuminated and dispelled. As we walk, let's chant not in one voice, but in one spirit. The spirit of humanity, the spirit of Hussein, a spirit that says, never again to tyranny, forever to justice.
Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad.
Thank you very much for the message. And without any further delay, I will request to come and decide Marcia or Noha for Imam Hussein. Please recite aloud Salawat. Muhammad wa ala Muhammad salawat. खुश नसीब हैं आप लोग
क्या चल रहा है? ठीक है, सही है। तबीयत वगैरह सेट?
उसकी हसरत है कि जो अपने भाई के लाशों पर रो नहीं सकता। रिवायात में लिखा है जो इमाम हुसैन अलैहिस्सलाम की लाशें दिखाते हैं तो बीवी ने अपने आप माशाअल्लाह से ऐसे गिराया है कि बीवी के बल खुश नसीब है आप कि आप दुनिया में रहे हैं लेकिन तसव्वुर कीजिए हुसैन 5 साल की मासूम अपने बाबा पर रोती थी तो तमाचा मारता था तो हुसैन की बात आपकी गुज़ार करूँगा क्या रहा है वो शहर के एक उदासी रह गई क्या रहा है वो शहर के एक उदासी रह गई क्या रहा है वो शहर के एक उदासी
उदासी रह गई, सिर्फ रोने को मोहम्मद की नवासी रह गई। क्या रहा खैमों में शहर के, एक उदासी रह गई। और सज गई कासे के टुकड़ों से उभर कर वो बला, सज गई कासे के टुकड़ों से उभर कर वो बला। माए घर बेटे की दुल्हन को सजाती रह गई। और छीनता था शेम चादर और ज़ैनब बार बार, छीनता था शेम चादर और ज़ैनब बार बार। अपनी चादर के मुहाफिज को बुलाती रह गई। क्या रहा खैमों में शहर के, एक उदासी रह गई। और कैद में बाली सकीना को मिला बाबा का सर। कैद में बाली सकीना को मिला बाबा का सर। मुंह पे मुंह रख कर जो सोई, माँ जगाती रह गई। क्या रहा खैमों में शहर के, एक उदासी रह गई। हर तमाचे पर सकीना मुंह पे रख कर नन्हे हाथ। हर तमाचे पर सकीना मुंह पे रख कर नन्हे हाथ। नील रुख सारों के गाजी को दिखाती रह गई। और ऐ मुसलमानों तुम्हारी गैरतें क्या हो गई। ऐ मुसलमानों तुम्हारी गैरतें क्या हो गई। तुम तमाशाई थे ज़ैनब, मुँह छुपाती रह गई। हर तमाचे पर सकीना मुँह पे रख कर नन्हे हाथ। हर तमाचे पर सकीना मुँह पे रख कर नन्हे हाथ। नील रुख सारों के गाजी को दिखाती रह गई। क्या रहा खैमों में शहर के, एक उदासी रह गई।
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد
Shukriya, Sayyid bhai. Okay, within Riyadh, now going to make a move. Can they just request that we have no brothers or sisters in between, so we have the red flag, and then we have these 6 vertical banners, and then we will have the horse carriage. So can they request that everyone, all the brothers on both sides, either if they want to wait, and then after the horse carriage we have banner walk for Hussein, and we have a line of scholars, and we have everyone will get behind the scholars. It will be it will look good. Can we ask all the brothers and the volunteers, can we get all these placards behind the scholars, please? These volunteers are on the sides anyway. Can we get all the placards behind the scholars?
क्या हाल चाल है? खैरियत से? ठीक है। और इस दफ़ा जा रहे हैं लंदन या फिर इराक? लंदन जा रहे हैं इंशाल्लाह। और बाकी सब खैर है? सन भाई सब ठीक है?
आज देर
हाँ मेरा ख्याल है कोई ADL का बता रहे थे कि ADL का कोई था सिलसिला, उसकी वजह से उन्होंने गैप किया।
तो वो जो उन्होंने गैप किया वो टाइम देंगे ना, फिर देना चाहिए उसूलन, है ना? उन्होंने अगर लेट करवाया तो देना चाहिए। वैसे भी बहुत बड़ा रूल तो है नहीं और दूसरा कहीं है नहीं, चलता रहता है, फिर भी
बाकी फैमिली वगैरह सब ठीक है?
अल्लाह का शुक्र। तुम सुनाओ, बच्चे सब फैमिली सब ठीक ठाक है? अभी भी मुझे याद है पहली मतलब जब तुमसे मुलाकात हुई थी चीटे मिल में।
हाँ
याद है?
ऐसे ही
तुम रेस्टोरेंट में बैठे हुए थे, मैं कुछ लेने आया था, रोटी वोटी शायद लेने आया था,
मुर्गी की
समथिंग में लेना आया था, तो वहाँ पे इंट्रोडक्शन हुआ था। टाइम कैसे निकल जाता है? नहीं
इस बात को आप 16
आराम से
16 साल या 15 साल, नहीं सॉरी 16 ज़्यादा हो गए, 11-12 साल हो गए, 13 साल।
मैं यहाँ पे आया हूँ मार्च 2000 में मैं आया हूँ।
फ्लाइस यहाँ तो लाइफ है। क्या जाने खैरियत से? पूछ रहा था बच्चों से मैं आपके साथ।
इन्होंने अनाउंस किया था ना फैज भाई ने कैरेज जाएंगे आगे, उसके बाद
मुझे इतना ही समझ में आया कि मौलाना के पीछे खड़े होने।
हाँ
मैं ये समझ सका।
सभी अरेंज करेंगे जब मेन रोड पे पहुंच जाएंगे ना, वहाँ ज़्यादा जगह है। यहाँ पे जगह है
मेन रोड पे होगा या साइड वॉक होगा? मेन रोड पे होगा,
कैरेजेस है ना।
अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मद व आले मुहम्मद। हाँ जी हैदर भाई, बैनर भी पकड़ लिया। कब भी पकड़े हुए हैं
तुम्हारे लिए। चलो कम ऑन,
ये चल रहा है ना यार, वीडियो चल रही है। बंद कर दूं